So I'm a new Walking Dead watcher. For years and years and years, I've been seeing people post about it online. I've seen people literally make their whole personas online, and it seems like in their personal life too, all about The Walking Dead. I mean, people literally have rooms that are looking like shrines and murals of The Walking Dead. They have Walking Dead action figures, posters, zombie mannequins in their room. Just the whole atmosphere of what The Walking Dead represents, they make their room or their area at which they record or show off to the world. So I've always thought to myself, okay, this must be like peak television, right? For over 10 years now, I've just seen people consistently talk about it, and it's never really left the stratosphere of film media. So I've always pushed it off because I always thought the idea was pretty dumb. It never really piqued my interest. I guess I won't say dumb, but it just didn't really pique my interest, like the kind of like the end, it is the end of the world, zombie infested. I'm like, bro, what is so special about seeing people kill zombies for however long the show has been airing, right? Like, they're making all of these different seasons. I'm seeing different spin-offs, which kind of ruins the show for me in a bit because I know who one of the spin-offs are about, and two characters pretty much. And I'm like, bro, like, what is so interesting about this show? And for years that question has been lingering in my mind. Like, what is so good about The Walking Dead? What is causing these people to be so infatuated about it for 10 plus years, right? And like I said, I have never really thought to watch it, never really piqued my interest. But about 2 months ago, I was like, you know what? It's on Netflix. They got all of 11 seasons of the original Walking Dead, as well as other spin-offs on it. I might as well give it a watch, right? I might as well give it a try. Right now I'm kind of formulating opinions about the show that I've never even seen, right? And funny, me saying that, I haven't finished the show yet. I'm about almost 5 seasons in. I'm on season 4, episode about to be 11. And, me making opinions about the show before I had even watched it, I'm kind of going to be doing that in this video about the rest of the show, because I'm not really getting the hype. Alright, I'm not really understanding why the show got the hype that it did. Now, I will say season 1 was really good. Season 2 was pretty good. There were a lot of slow, moments on the farm. And season 3 was a lot better too, but there are just so many characters that are introduced, and, it gets a bit boring. But I will say, season 3 was a good season of television all in all. And then season 4, there's only a couple episodes of this shit that are actually have been captivating to me, right? Like I said, I'm on episode 11, right? I can't remember what episode it was that Herschel died. I think it was like episode 8 or 7 or one of those episodes. And now it's just fucking boring. Like, all in all, it's just all of the scenes are boring, and the interesting scenes are very far in between. Like, I'm just not understanding, like, how the show gets better. Like, I was sitting down and thinking about it because, to be honest with you, I haven't watched the show in about 2 weeks. That was the last time I saw an episode because I just haven't been enticed or excited to go to the next episode, right? And I'm gonna get a little bit more into that in a second, but I'm a fair man at the end of the day. Like, I'm giving it a chance, right? I feel like 4 seasons is more than enough, and I feel like I'm judging it a bit too much right now, even because I did enjoy season 1. Season 1 was really, really good. Season 2 was really good, like I had said, for the most part. Just a lot of characters that you don't really care about. And I will say, season 2, the best part of season 2 for me was when Dale died. He was the most annoying character that I think I've seen in fiction, bro. One of them for sure. Like, he just, every second he was on screen, he was just irritating the shit out of me. Like, I really felt the irritation that the characters on the screen, like the whole season, Shane, how he was pissed off, and, Dale was always under Shane's skin. That motherfucker was under my skin as well. Like, I felt I was living vicariously through Shane. But it's just so drawn out. Like, the whole love triangle. Well, I can't really call it a love triangle because she didn't really, give Shane any attention back. But Lori and Rick, Lori, and Shane, that complicated mess. I just feel like it was like Shane was like a little pest the whole season. And it just got old and stale really quickly, right? Like, she made it abundantly clear, no matter how hard you tried. I mean, you literally essayed the woman, and that made matters even worse. Like, she didn't want you before that shit. What the fuck makes you think she's gonna want you after that, right? Clearly she's, invested in Rick. She wants to be with Rick. She wants to have a healthy family. She's fucked up for doing that in the first place. Fuck Lori. I stand on that hill even after her death. But, like, it's just all of these different problems that don't really escalate into anything further. It's kind of just like we're beating at the same bush, same problem for majority of the season, and that shit just is stale. It's very, very stale. And I'm noticing that as the show goes on, right? It takes a long time to climax, right? There's a lot of boring, drawn out scenes where these motherfuckers are just chilling because there's literally nothing to do. No TV, no nothing, nothing, bro. It's the end of the world. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no real personal connection to outside of everybody's respected groups, right? And there's only so much they can do. They're all entrapped in like one space at a time unless they're like free roaming the world and just stabbing zombies. So it gets pretty stale at times. Like there's nothing really interesting that's going on unless, you know, like they're in a dire situation with zombies, and that can even get old, right? Like if you're constantly having to evade zombies all the time, like, okay, we've seen this shit, you know, time in and time out. And, you know, now I'm starting to see, okay, they're trying to break away from the whole zombie aspect in a sense, where they're still prevalent and really the main overarching problem in the show, but there's more, there's more politics between people on Earth now, right? They're more separated in a sense than ever. They're together, but they're separate. And, you know, it's just some of the politics in there I just don't give a fuck about at all. And at times, like in season 3, between the governor and then Rick and all of this, the other counterparts that go into it, that was pretty interesting. But again, there were a lot of characters. There's too many characters in the show that, you know, we don't care about. And when you start to give the slightest fuck about them, they get killed off and they reintroduce new people who you don't care about. And half of the time you just never end up developing this, you know, viewer to character relationship at all, and they kill them off and new people are coming in. So it's like a repeating cycle. And I've kind of noticed it because like all of the different avenues, I guess, that they can go down to make this shit interesting other than just zombies and, you know, humans against humans, there's not many options. There's not many options, and it feels a bit repetitive. The show feels super, super repetitive. And there's 11 seasons, bro. 11 seasons, okay? I've been told to watch up to season 6. 6 seasons. Some say up to like 7 or 8. But for the most part, I'm hearing after 6, it falls off like a fucking cliff, right? But I'm still seeing all of these people online, you know, sticking up for this show like their life depends on it, saying how it's such a good show. But I'm not seeing the vision, you know? And I know, like I said earlier, it's wrong of me to assume that and I haven't even seen it. Like I'm just going off of opinions and shit, but I'm kind of just like using context clues here. Like, okay, this season, they're all pretty similar, right? The situation's gonna get played out. It already has. Like, I'm not excited to go to the next episode at all. Like, you know, I'm at the point where the governor completely fucked up the whole jail, caused havoc, this, that, and the third, killed Herschel, and now there's the zombies infested the jail, so they all have to split up, right? Because the all-out war, they're all splitting up. So the whole crew, all of Rick's crew, is split up. Maggie's somewhere else. You know, Stephen Ewan's by himself. Rick's with his son. Michonne came back. And it's like, they're all kind of, they're showing each of their journeys. I guess they're all going to come back to each other eventually. But it's just not entertaining, bro. They're going from house to house. You know, empty house. Sure, they might bump into the occasional other crew ever so often, but it's just the same shit. Like, I don't understand. And the acting is not bad. I'm not going to sit here and say the acting is bad, but it's not anything stellar to where it motivates me to keep watching. Like, the acting is pretty, it's a little bit past that, like, surface level. And it's like the connections and relationships in the show aren't all that good. I'm just being completely honest. Like, it doesn't move me in any type of way. I don't even feel anything when these characters die, other than Dale. I felt like a sense of satisfaction, like great satisfaction when Dale died. I felt like certain characters that I just hate and they were annoying, and like their character personality is just not likable at all, even if they're a good person in the show. I'm like, bro, kill them the fuck off, please. And that's the only like feeling I get towards a character dying. It's like great satisfaction because it's like, yo, you're a bitch, you're boring as fuck. Anytime you're on screen, I want to do anything but look at my television. Alright? it's just frustrating. It's frustrating, you know, like sexually too, because Maggie's fine as fuck. But I don't want to digress. It is frustrating, you know, seeing that a lot of these characters we don't care about. Like if Michonne right now died, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Even Rick, I want him to die because I think it's highly his fault why they're in this mess to begin with. But like, I don't feel myself not wanting anyone to die but pretty much Maggie. Stephen Ewing's character, he's cool. I just like his actor. I don't even think his character is like all that entertaining, to be honest with you. I just like the actor. He's a cool dude. You know, but Maggie's really the only one that I'm like, yeah, like please keep her alive, because she is the only time where I'm like actually glued to my television. Because honestly, even if she turned into a zombie, I'd tap. I'd risk that shit. I'd tap, bro. I would personally bust those zombie cheeks wide the fuck open. I'm just keeping it real, all right? Don't leave, but I'm just keeping it real, bro. And you know you would too, so don't sit there and lie and call me whatever names, all right? You know it, I know it, the director knows it, but like outside of her, I'm not really finding any care for any of the characters, right? Like even if Carl died, that little fucker, I'm almost rooting for his death, bro. This nigga's making some dumb decisions, bro. Dumb as rocks. He's like a sack of rocks. He's a stubborn kid, and I get it, he's a kid, but like he's just purposely puts himself in harm's way. Some of his lines, I'm like, get a load of this nigga, like that type of reaction. It's just, it's tough, man. It's tough. Like when Shane died, it was a bit of satisfaction, I can't lie, because he became like such a unlikable character in a sense because of how hard he was trying to split up Lori from Rick. But all of these characters, even, I will say I did enjoy the governor to a certain extent. Like when you found out he was back and he linked up with that new crew, those first initial episodes almost put me to sleep, where he found the family in the like apartments and everything like that, and it was just, the episodes were extremely slow. Like those are equivalent to filler episodes in my personal opinion. But I did think the governor was a really good antagonist. Like he was a real scumbag, to say the least. Like he played the role of a scumbag really, really well. But outside of that, a lot of the characters are shallow. And for God's sakes, I saw who the fuck the spin-offs were about. Because it's on Netflix, they had the spin-offs and everything, so it was kind of spoiled for me. And I see that it's about Daryl Dixon and, God, I'm forgetting her name. Cheryl. And Cheryl, that's her name. I'm pretty sure it's Cheryl. The spin-off is about them two. Cheryl is probably, other than Dale, my least favorite character as of right now. Like, she is so boring whenever she comes on screen. Nothing she does really makes me want to keep watching the show. Nothing she does really immerses me into the show. I really just want to throw tomatoes at my screen and tell this bitch to get the fuck off. Like, just push her off the set and never return. Daryl's a cool character, but he's just super bipolar. Like, his character personality frustrates the fuck out of me, because it's like, one moment, you know, he's this caring dude. Like, when Cheryl lost her daughter in the woods, he was always the one looking for her daughter in the woods. He was the first one out there. And then next thing you know, when they're all trying to, I guess, like come together in a sense, being like, yo, come eat to us, you know, he's like, man, fuck y'all don't care about me, this, that, and the third. He's so mad. But yet he's the first one to go out when somebody's in need of help. So I'm not really understanding, like, why is he so bipolar, bro? Is this his character throughout the show? Like, is that his personality through all 11 seasons and his spinoff? Like, is he always that one to be like, yo, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna find y'all and I'm gonna help y'all, but when we get all reunited, fuck that lovey-dovey shit, fuck that friendship shit, I'm gonna go back to being a lone wolf? It's a bit frustrating, because so far that's been his character from the first time you meet him up until this point. Like, there's really no depth within him. Even when Merle came back into the show, like, how you guys interact in person, do you really care if one another dies? Like, it's just this constant cycle of, you know, when Merle was there, like, Merle beating him down, never really picking him up. I know it's like that real tough love kind of thing, but he never really exuded that true love for him, in a sense, like that care. He was always like that tough love figure, but in the worst way possible, in my personal opinion. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck if he lived or died if I was Daryl. So yeah, I'm not really, like, I'm just curious, is his character like that even in the spinoffs, or does he evolve? You know, a Daryl with like some emotional depth, you know, some other layers other than like an on and off switch of caring, not caring, caring, not caring. And his dialogues are very bland. Like, there's no good monologues with him. He's never really too interesting on screen. He's like this socially awkward dude. He's alone with this other girl, and he's low-key giving her and me the creeps from the screen. I'm like, bro, this is how you're interacting with a girl, bro? Like, I mean, I get it, it's the end of the world, but like you are an awkward-ass individual, straight up. He's a boring-ass character, too, in my personal opinion. Like, all he does is just have those two personality switches, and he uses that stupid-ass X-bow. Don't even get me started on that, right? But yeah, Daryl got this stupid-ass X-bow, man. He's always, like, he's got the most inconvenient yet convenient weapon in the show. All right, in the poster of the new show, like the cover of the new show, I don't see his X-bow anymore, thank God. But he's always, I don't know how he hasn't died yet. I don't know how he, out of everybody, is the one to survive. Because he's always shooting his X-bow. He got like 8 arrows at his disposal. And, you know, sometimes he's in a herd of them, and he's shooting these fucking zombies, and obviously he can't take time to pluck them all out. So how is he not run out of ammo yet? You know what I'm saying? He's essentially like a liability at times, because he's not able to like rapid fire and like reload. You know what I'm saying? He's got to take his time, aim, shoot. It's like one shot, one kill. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the luxury of having multiple different shots in one round, right? He has to aim and be precise, which is pretty badass that he gets it, but he's fucked, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense how he's the one to survive with the weapon that he has. And I know it sounds like I'm kind of shitting on the show. I'm not trying to. Like, there's a lot of aspects I do like about the show. Season 1 through 3 was pretty good. It was pretty good. It had its flaws that were like, I don't know if I could deal with this for 11 seasons. But for like that short stint of the show, it was good. Like, there were some entertaining points, especially season 1. I have nothing bad to say about season 1. I don't know, bro. Like, I just don't know if it's worth continuing. So that's really what I made this for. Why am I gonna continue watching the show? There's 11 fucking seasons, not to mention the spin-offs, and the episodes are about an hour long. So I'm making this video right now to kind of get outsiders' opinions, people who like the show or who have watched the show. Let me know in the comments, like, what am I watching this for? Is it actually going to get substantially better? Is it worth finishing the show? Are there going to be more advanced plot lines leading forward? Or is it just some repetitive show that just bleeds out because the fandom is craved and they're obsessed with the whole idea, and the directors and people in charge of this show are just milking it dry? Be very honest with me, because I don't want to waste my time. I mean, I won't finish the show regardless. Like, if that's true, and there's nothing to really look forward to, I'm just probably gonna watch up until season 6 and then call it quits, okay? But I'm just curious to know, does this get better? Is there something like big that happens at the end that I want to stick around for? And like, is peak television, or is it just like repetitive slop? But yeah, man, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. Anybody that, you know, is a witness of the whole Walking Dead, what do you think? Are my opinions valid, and am I right about the assumption I'm making for the rest of the show? Or am I tripping and I need to watch it? I would love to hear what you guys say. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video. It would really help me a lot. Peace.